All right. Set to go with Coach. Let's take a few here in the room, then we'll go to the Zoom and fire away with your questions here in the room. So go ahead.
Hey, I'm in the right place now, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you the same question I asked on decade. You guys have won 8 out of the last 10 games. Really come together a lot over the last month. What is working for you guys, and are you still looking to improve a little more on?
I think our defense has really been our strong suit. A couple of those moments and quarters and within the last 10 games, either our defense has sustained us or we had some awareness that it wasn't, to the potential that it needed to be at. And I think every time we've responded on that end of the floor. And so the charge would be to continue to focus in on that side of the floor first, because that creates transition. It creates easier looks for us. It creates energy. And I think this team really thrives when we're playing with some great pace. On the other end of the floor, I would like our 3-point percentage to be a little bit better in the second half of the season. That's very doable though, because we've been getting really good looks. It's just a matter of sometimes just seeing it go through and being comfortable and knocking down some open looks. So I like where we've been with sharing the ball. Where are we at? 21 assists again today. So I think that we're finding some ways to really play some really good offense as well.
Just a quick thought. You guys have such a great core of veterans. Do you think that's helped Jordan come along? Because obviously she's now in the starting lineup and doing a really good job there.
Yeah, it does. Jordan has done great things for us. As in her role, she's been an all-star in her role, a superstar in her role. And at the beginning of the year, it was making sure she was focused and ready to take on the matchups that she was and bring the energy. And now she's in the lineup to where she's defending a lot of times other players' most potent wing scorer, and really taking on that challenge. And when you have vets around to give you encouragement, to continue to empower you and to let her know that she has this amazing skill set and ability to do a lot of things on the floor, not just on defense, then I think that gives her a lot of confidence, and she's playing in a great pocket of confidence right now.
Let's take a question from Zoom. Dylan, go ahead with your question, and then we'll go to Christian.
You've talked about recently how you wanted to manifest sort of your guys' ability to make threes. Tonight, shot 30%. A lot of them, I know Joel had a couple that went in and out. Just describe how, again, you talked on it last time as well, how defense will obviously help you win games, but at the end of the day, you will need to make threes eventually. Describe just how threes helped in tonight's game.
Threes become separators a lot in a lot of games. And I thought that we got good looks, a couple of those rimmed out. And if we can get 6 to 10 makes and take some, stay in that 35, range, I think that we can really offset it. I say have some balance to our offense. What's been offsetting our offense, if you look at our points in the paint tonight, 42. If you look at us getting to the free throw line, 26, free throw attempts, points in transition, like these are the points that are really offsetting what we're doing. So this break is going to be really helpful to get some reps in and to get some comfort there with the players who are here. And at the end of the day, I like the looks that we're going to get. If we keep getting them, I think we're going to knock those down in the second half of the season.
Go to Christian and then Maz after that.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win heading to the break. There were several times throughout the game where you said, or before the game, you said not to really overestimate, the Sparks, like you did the Dream. And then you gave them pretty much, a really good fight. But in that fourth quarter, like Dylan said, NECA and Jewel combined for 20 to 25. During that stretch, there were certain points where it was like, okay, Derrick Hamby came back in after that long stretch of the 12-0 run. It's kind of running what you saw on the defensive end that kind of played into the offense.
I thought that Jackson had a really strong game. When there's versatility with their bigs and their small forwards because they can play both 3 and 4. They can stretch the floor. I don't think that we were sharp in our coverages. I thought that we weren't as physical some points, and I just don't think our schemes are as clean as they have been. And we allowed that to kind of dictate, what we did offensively as well. A couple of those possessions, just shots, not great, turning the basketball over, but I think the Sparks have a great lineup of length, of versatility, of youth mixed with vets that can really mix up what they do. And I thought that we were allowing them to be too comfortable. And the mindset though is to focus on us and what we need to get better at. And I think in those moments where we tightened up, we saw that separation come.
And one more.
I need to keep going. Sorry, Christian Bosvita and then Percy.
Hey, Coach, I don't really have a question for you. I have a question for your guest there. Just no, just on your defense, and you could introduce your guest if you want, maybe not. But in terms of your defense, just how the individuality is, the micro is helping with the macro in terms of the team defense.
This is Onyx. You want to say hi, Onyx? No, I told him not to talk before, so he's being very amazing. This is actually my nephew. He came, I think, a couple of years ago. We had press conference. So yeah, he's here, back in action. Our defense, talk to me. You said the defensive.
Yeah, I mean, you have 11 steals. Those are individuals.
Yeah.
As a collective, you've talked about a collective defense. Can you talk about how the individuality, people knowing their roles, is helping the overall defense?
Yeah, I mean, it always starts on the ball, Skylar. Her hawking the ball, her picking up full court.
Look at me.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a truck.
You made a truck? Okay. Okay, let me answer this question. Skylar starts amazing on the ball. She's very competitive, and I think it really ignites what we do on the backside of that. And then individually, Jordan's ability to keep people out the paint, that one-on-one matchup, and then the backside of that is Ezzy cleaning up a lot of that with block shots and using her instinct to come over and help. So, when you have, point of attack, wing, and post. Now the other two are just solid in what they do, communicative, and that really helps set the tone for our defense.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Percy, we'll take one more question here in the room.
Awesome. Awesome. Look there, Coach. You look fantastic there. Hey, just wondering, what's going to be the last thing that you tell the team before everyone leaves for this break? And where do you think you guys are with 15 games left in the season?
The last thing I told them, this break comes at a good time. I think we need to rest, recharge, and get.
I like your car.
And get refocused. And that's just that, our Olympians are going to go do amazing things in Paris. I'm going to be coaching, but the group that's staying here is going to be locked into the work, and, their improvement matters as well. So we have a core group that's staying here and is going to really elevate what we do when we get back. And that's kind of the mindset when we want to hit the ground running, starting with Atlanta after the break. There's a balance of trying to get our Olympians some rest, but we're trying to make this playoff push, and we have a group that understands who we have in the locker room. So working hard every day, nothing changes. The being dangerously disciplined in everything that we do, having competitive character when we step on the floor, that is going to continue to be the mindset and the theme of the back half of the season.
And and think just 25 games into the season, obviously you're 17-8. Just your assessment that maybe that goes beyond the record.
I think we're trending positively in a lot of areas. I'm always going to not be satisfied. That's just me being a coach, and wanting more, and always being very greedy, but I'm very proud of the effort that everyone is showing when they step on the court. I'm very proud of the connectivity that I see. I'm very proud of, everyone trying to, get the chemistry together on and off the floor. And, being 17-8 with a group that hasn't logged a lot of minutes, had a short training camp, players who are learning a new system. I'm really proud of where we are.
There you go. Awesome, coach. Thank you.
And last one here.
Hey, Coach, just one last question. With how Neko played today, can you just speak on it? Because she had basically her hand on everything on the defensive end, on the offensive end. Can you just speak on how important that was, especially since it's kind of like her homecoming back to LA?
Yeah, first off, I would like to congratulate NECA for passing Lisa Leslie on that all-time scoring list. I think when you are in the company of names like Lisa Leslie, that means you are a legend yourself, and still have so much to give to the game. So she had 6 steals today as well. I thought defensively her activity was really good. She was communicative. I know she didn't start off shooting the ball well, but you look at the stats, she got her efficiency back up because she was aggressive, mindful of the mismatches and all those things. And she plays basketball with so much heart and passion and desire. And we have a player like that who's very elite, but so committed to doing the little things and understanding the details of the game matter. I think that, we're privileged to have her here and to be experiencing her in this season of her life, but also where she is in her career, still being very elite in everything that she's doing. So again, it is my honor to coach her, and I love that she's here in Seattle doing her thing.
I think that's our sign that we're done.
Yeah, say bye-bye. Say peace. Peace. Say like this. 2 fingers. Good job.
All right. We'll see you guys all in August. Thanks.
Safe travel.